Welcome back to Spoiler-Free Wrestling, everyone. We are talking today about the possibility of members of the Elite leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling when their contracts are up at the end of the year. There appears to be at least one founding member of Bullock Club who's convinced that the faction is on their way to WWE or NXT as well. But before we get to that, I do want to mention, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button to make sure you're not missing out on any news or reports from Spoiler-Free Wrestling. Alright, getting into this now, there's been several hints dropped in the last few weeks that members of the Elite are on their way out from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The biggest piece of evidence that this is the case is that the majority of the members, Hangman Page, Cody, and the Young Bucks, have all released Bullock Club style t-shirts that they made a point of mentioning will be their last Bullock Club style t-shirt. Now, you could read into that the Elite are just moving away from Bullock Club, that the firing squad kicked them out of that faction, and they have the Elite, and that's their faction now. Now, in New Japan Pro Wrestling, they are still, during ring introductions, announced as the Bullock Club Elite, or Bullock Club Elite. So there's nothing in New Japan Pro Wrestling that says that their elite faction of Bullock Club is no longer Bullock Club, although I'm sure Tama Tonga would disagree with that. However, the fact that they are putting it out there that they're no longer doing Bullock Club style t-shirts is perhaps a nod to the idea that they are looking to distance themselves from intellectual property owned by New Japan Pro Wrestling. But there's been other hints dropped by members of the Elite as well. A couple of weeks ago on Being the Elite, the group's YouTube web series, or the Young Bucks web series, the Young Bucks made mention that they have a lot of history in the Tokyo Dome, but then mentioned they're not quite sure if they're ever going to wrestle again in the Tokyo Dome, which sort of is hinting that they're not sure if they're re-signing with New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2019. Remember, New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor have sold out Madison Square Garden for April in 2019. If the Young Bucks don't re-sign with New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's not sure how that would impact their relationship with Ring of Honor. So they've dropped the hint that they may never wrestle in the Tokyo Dome again. They've said that they're not putting out any more Bullet Club style t-shirts. And another hint got dropped on Being the Elite this week when Matt Jackson mentioned kind of casually that New Japan Pro Wrestling only flies the Young Bucks to Japan in economy class. They don't fly them in business class. Kenny Omega later in the episode said to Matt Jackson, "Wow, look at this. You're flying economy class and now you have your own dressing room." Wow. So there was a real subtle shot there that Nick Jackson didn't say anything, but that maybe they don't appreciate having to fly in economy class for a 14-hour flight, and that maybe their promotion making them do that is something that makes them feel unappreciated, maybe interested in going to other promotions. Who knows? The biggest piece of evidence that the Elite are leaning towards leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling, however, came out in the Wrestling Observer newsletter last week. There was a report in the Wrestling Observer, and we put out a video on this as well, that talent backstage was unhappy with the new management regime. Tama Tonga read this and refuted it, saying things like, in his entire time with New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's never heard of anyone saying that it's not fun. He turned it around and said, well, this is just members of the Elite going to Dave Meltzer and complaining about the new management team. It's not representative of what actually is felt backstage in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, whether that is or is not the case is unclear. Like, we don't know how many wrestlers don't like the new management team and how many wrestlers do like the new management team. But it seems fairly clear that members of the elite have talked to Dave Meltzer about the new management team and have suggested that they aren't happy. Now, whether Dave has talked with other people who feel the same way is not clear, but it's heavily assumed, especially by Tama Tonga, that the elite made disparaging comments about the new management team anonymously to media. That is not a sign of people who are interested in re-signing with the company. They are obviously frustrated enough with how their contracts renegotiations are going that they're turning to the media and making negative comments about the company. Now, Tama Tonga has gone online, and even today, Tama Tonga made comments about the elite going to WWE or going to NXT. Yesterday was Tama Tonga's birthday, and so fellow Bullock Club founding members Carl Anderson and Finn Balor each tweeted a message of happy birthday to Tama Tonga, to which Tonga replied, "Much love, OG Senpa. Might need you to handle some OGBC business if it goes unsettled over here." And he also said, "Thanks, OG Triple OGBC. Got some ex-members coming your way. Don't forget what they did to you." So Tama Tonga definitely feels convinced that members of the elite are on their way to WWE. There's definitely mounting evidence that the Young Bucks at least are not happy with how contract negotiations are going, or at least one could possibly make that assumption. The fact that they've released what they say are their final Bullet Club t-shirts is also evidence that these guys only plan on sticking around the company for a few more months. We'll just have to wait and see what's going on, but it's an interesting time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's an interesting time in Bullet Club. And Tama Tonga, as you see in this tweet here, letting the elite know that it's time to go to war if they've only got 3 months left. That's all we got on this issue. Thanks very much, guys, for supporting this channel. And again, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button to help this channel grow and be seen by more people. I'm the Guy from Spoiler Free Wrestling.